got a big problem with the Eclipse. It rides bumpy, it sits high, other than the fact it doesn't move right now. But I think we can fix that. I think we should get rid of that big wheel gap, something a little bit smoother of a ride.
Spectacular!
Install some air suspension. So we reached out to our friends at Squeaky Clean Air, and they sent us over a package. Let's get it unboxed. So if you watched last week's video, guys, you would probably see it ended with me installing the knuckles and everything and just leaving them as is. I wanted to get those in place before we started putting the air suspension in. So we're gonna get these in. We're gonna get the transfer case in, but I wanna get these mounted in, front and back, and then we can kind of finish the rest of the assembly on the suspension, and then we'll do the brakes and things after. But for the time being, this is how we're gonna move forward. Like, guys, that's top notch, look at that. You know, buying car parts, it always hurts when you see the bill, but then when you get them, you kind of forget when you get all excited. Compressor there. Cutter for the airline. Teflon tape. And guys, I want you to know this isn't gonna be a biased review or anything. I paid for the setup. It wasn't like it was a free gift or anything. The team was just helpful in getting me set up. So there's not gonna be, if something doesn't work, I'll be honest with you. You've seen our other video reviews on the head units and things. So, full honesty, I don't want people to spend their hard-earned money on stuff that doesn't work or it's gonna cause problems. I've been down that road, been burned many times. So, I want to make sure the kart community keeps their money in their pocket and puts it back into the car where it should be. Remote control. Great. Full honesty, UPS or FedEx did drop the box. I saw it on the camera, and when I opened it up, there's a small crack in the acrylic plate. But I've already talked to the team. They're gonna get a new plate, so they should get it installed and we'll swap this out. So not a big deal, it's just double-sided tape on. But even as well, everything is packaged, things still happen during shipping. So thread these in. So just gonna catch you guys up. Camera died yesterday and then the memory card was full also, but I kept going for a little bit after that. I've got essentially all the suspensions back in now. Knuckles are in. We got the steering rack connected here. Sway bars in as well, which was an absolute nightmare. I almost had to drop the transfer case again just to get it back in. It was so tight. So that's all connected. Everything's tightened down. I'll show you guys underneath. So all the gusset plates are back in. Transfer case is there. Full drivetrain is back together. So booster fabrication bars in. Transmission mounts in. And then we went through and kind of looked at on the harness that I had bought what was missing. And one of them was brake light reservoir, just to tell you it's low. So I don't have that on the harness. Wiper motor, we don't have that. Reverse lights into the transmission, which the other car was an automatic, so maybe that's why. I am missing either the starter wire or the alternator single wire. I have one here, I think it's a starter on it. It's a single wire for both, same kind of connection. So I have to check what that's pinned to. And then we don't have a pressure switch for our AC, but I think we're gonna do the electronic AC there. We can figure that out. Boost controller, so I need to wire that in. Headlights, there's only power running to one side, so signal, everything, marker lights. I have to do a jumper from there over to here. And then I have connectors that are for a factory harness that goes across the engine bay. So this would essentially be down in there, that connects to the other side. And it's only got 2 wires on it, so I have to trace that back and see what that is. That's rad fan. And that might be, actually that could be boost controller, or that could be a side marker light. It's probably a side marker light because I don't have those either. And I have to wire that all up just with the LEDs and everything in the headlights. So we gotta figure all that out, but suspension's back in now. So we had a meeting with the 4 families last night, and everyone kind of just thought and gave their input on where the tank should sit in the trunk and where the compressor should go. And I think we've come up with this solution. So tank here, we're gonna build essentially a 2-piece floor, just because I have to get to the battery box and my washer fluid bottle's down here. Not that I use it, but anyway, I still need it. So to get this to sit properly, we're gonna have to build a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, just substrate for here. It'll have to be 2 sections. Either it'll have to be kind of like a U shape, like that, with a recessed center that it can lift out. And then I'm thinking about putting the compressors either in the bottom there or tucked in behind the plastic panels. Tank will sit here, and all you would see in the actual trunk is just the tank itself. It'll sit there, and everything will be kind of hidden away, but it'll still be serviceable. Back seat will be in right there, so your back seat will sit. So I'll have access to there. That crossbar it's bolts in or out. I'll leave it in for now, but if I ever need to get in the back seat or if I want to put the kids in there, I can take it out. And then we're gonna look at doing, in the bottom here, while you mount, when the plastic's in, we'll make a little stand for the mount. And then on this side here, we might do like a 10-inch sub or an 8-inch sub, just something, just like a custom box in here. Maybe body match it, whatever it is, but the trunk will be very clean. I was also thinking about if I can light up the manifold itself, is maybe I could do that just kind of in front of the tanks there, have that sit right in front of it. I may also look at if I can mount the tank on the back of the seats or kind of angled up. I really want to do like a minimalistic look on this one, and then just try to see how we can, I guess, get everything run there right now. So I'm going to start pulling Airlines from all 4 corners. I'm going to get them fed up. We can secure them after. I just want to kind of get them in place, and then we can do final assembly. Is just get them run into this area right now, and then I'll leave them a little bit long. We can cut them off. Even the harness nut, I can't, even if I want to turn this on right now, I have to run the ignition wire, which there's obviously no ignition wire set up. I'm sure I can bypass it, but we're just gonna start running everything here, and then we can get it all cut up and assembled later on. So let's just do that right now. That line's running through here. Goes underneath the fender, pops out there. Then I'll come in with the back, and it just mounts in. You can see it, it's up there. That's the connection point up there, so super clean. Can really tuck it up underneath like that. Hey guys, that's a wrap for this week. We got, I think, a fair bit done. Vacuum lines across. Struts are in. They're pulled to all four corners through the floor. We have a game plan for the trunk now. And then this one is actually connected. We have all the vacuum lines from rear passenger side. So I used the brake line run in the factory and emergency brake cable, and ran everything underneath the car. So it runs all up underneath the frame rails in here. And I had these 3D clips printed out. I think they're from DCP. I can't remember, it's been a while, but pull the fuel lines in. So that runs essentially from the rear corner and all the way to the front passenger side. So that line is here as well. And then it also carries the driver's side over. So driver's side line runs across the firewall underneath the subframe, down underneath, and follows the two fronts all the way back. So essentially all three lines enter the car on the same side, and then the other one enters just in the back corner there. So a little bit easier for service. I'll get them cleaned up just with some better ties. I got zip ties on there now, just until I get it on the hoist, and then I can kind of clean it all up. Get the grommet in. So next week we'll get this all wired up with the harness for the ECU. We'll get this all connected. We'll lay out the trunk, and we'll do something custom. So lots happening, lots to go. June 1st is approaching quickly. I don't know if we're gonna make it, but we're gonna try. So we'll see you next week, guys.